Hi, this is Chuck Oliver. Welcome to this week's Hidden Wealth Solution Review. Well, the Trump tax reform proposal was just made this past week. And to highlight some of those key areas, I think the first thing to put emphasis on is that it was met with a lot of controversy because of the limited amount of details, mainly being how it's going to be paid for. Many people are predicting 2 trillion plus added to our national deficit, which means already our national deficit's going up $1 million or more per minute. And of course, that's obviously very concerning because many people think that the proposal was made with the idea that we're going to grow our way out. And obviously, with the aging demographic shift that we see in our economy, I'm thinking that's going to be rather difficult. Now, I'm a proponent of the Trump tax reform plan, the biggest tax change in our country's history and the biggest change since in the last 31 years. And some of the key highlights, going from 7 tax brackets to 3, 10, 25, and 35, dropping the corporate tax rate from 35 to 15, which I think is a tall order. I think it'll probably end up at 20 or maybe even 25. And then doubling the standard deductions, but keeping the charitable and mortgage interest deductions, but pretty much phasing out others. And the biggie, especially for those that have higher wage earnings in deductions, is the elimination of the alternative minimum tax known as AMT. Fascinating. I talk about on Hidden Wealth Radio this week. And AMT was created back in 1969 to try to prevent 155 high net worth taxpayers from being able to basically zero out their federal tax liability. Folks, the list of things, dropping the Affordable Care Act, which is anything but affordable, 3.8% surtax for certain incomes, 200,000 individually, 250 filing jointly. Here's the great news. We have a patented and protected tax savings software. We have the ultimate tax savings plan proposal software, where regardless of what part of this tax reform or parts of the tax reform get passed or don't get passed, if you're a business owner in particular, or you're somebody that's sitting on a large capital appreciation from a home that has a big capital gain, or a business that you're selling with a capital gain, or just your income is north of, let's say, paying taxable income on over $100,000 or more, and you're someone that saved at least $100,000, preferably $500,000 or more in IRAs or 401ks, you can get tax relief. In fact, if it's an IRA, you can triple the value of that by simply learning our ultimate tax savings plan. And if you're somebody who's still working, instead of putting money away in 401ks and IRAs, showing you how to get that money tax-free from this day forward. And if you're a business owner or somebody with a big tax exposure, let us show you how to eliminate all but like 91% of the elimination of any taxation. In other words, having a better plan than the government, getting the IRS out of our IRAs, getting the government out of our business. And I will show you. In fact, let me teach you an introduction to that this coming Tuesday. Go to retirementprotected.com. That's retirementprotected.com, retirementprotected.com, or call and register while space is still available. 855-668-2928. That's 855-668-2928. Folks, the reality is the writing's on the wall. This tax plan, if it gets passed, will be passed very differently than it's proposed, if it gets passed this year at all. And the reality is somebody's going to have to pay for a $1 million growing per minute deficit. And ultimately, it's those of us that are earning more and saving more. Let us show you how to save more and keep more, 20, 40, 50% more spendable income in retirement, as well as reducing 20, 30, 40, 50,000 a year off your tax liability if you're a business owner, or eliminate 91% of the tax on your gain. Retirementprotected.com, retirementprotected.com. Here's to you finding your hidden wealth tax savings solutions.